What's up, guys? Welcome by episode 3 of the Realtalk series. Basically, the series where I talk about certain topics that you guys want me to talk about, where you guys want me to give my opinion on, or some things that I just want to talk about myself. Just where we just a series where we just can have a little chat, where we are going to have a conversation about some things. And today I just want to talk about my story. Basically, the beginning of my self improvement story, a journey to where I am right now. Um, I think my self improvement journey started around 5 years ago during COVID, actually. I became depressed because I had no social interactions with anyone anymore because of COVID, and you couldn't leave the house basically, or you weren't allowed to leave the house. That made me a bit depressed, to be honest. Um, so there was an empty space in my life where normally I would have social interactions with friends, with people from my school, and all that kind of things, and now I just had nothing. And I started to feel really bad, even tried to commit suicide twice, but then I remembered, or actually, I figured out that I can't keep up living like this, so I had to do something. So I watched on YouTube for some mental health guides, how you can improve your mental health, how you can get rid of your depression, and that's actually when I started to learn about self improvement and improving your mental health, improving your physical health, and I got caught up in that rabbit hole. So I became obsessed actually. Well, I found a true passion in learning about that, learning about how you can become the best version of you. So that's what I did for the next couple of basically 2 years till trauma caught me. I got PTSD from a childhood trauma that got triggered because of some current situations that were going on in my life that I didn't really process right. There were a lot of things happening in my life, and I always put those emotions away. Even when I was depressed, I put all those emotions away, and I never really allowed myself to feel those emotions. So that's when I got to began to suffer from PTSD, which for me mainly means suffering from panic attacks basically every single day, basically every moment. It was really fucked up. Um, so I think maybe 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, it started around September, and I know the first day I was just out there with some friends. We were drinking some beers, and eventually I just started to panic. I don't know why, but I think it was because of the alcohol, and I just started to panic. I just didn't know what to do. My throat would slip really tight. I had the feeling that someone was um, I don't know what it's called, but basically this what I'm now doing. I had a feeling that I would have a heart attack and all this kind of things. And I was just really panicked. I didn't know what to do, and that was the first time that I had that, and I had no idea what it was. I thought I was dying at some point, but eventually everything went well after a couple of minutes when I just spent some time alone. Um, but after that, these panic attacks came back more often because I began to be scared of them. What if it happens again? What if it happens again? What if it happens again? And I got more and more panic attacks, and eventually I got panic attacks so often that I just couldn't even leave my own bedroom anymore. So I was just stuck in my bedroom, and my mom was calling from downstairs like that I had to come eat, and I just couldn't. I was just stuck. I just was so stressed to meet people, to see people, um, that I got panic attacks from that. And I just couldn't go downstairs because there were 3 people that were basically my parents and my little brother. And I was just not capable of going downstairs. So that was like 3 years ago, and it took me a while to figure out how to fix it. And the only thing I did back then was just trying to go downstairs, trying to go wherever I needed to go. And this would help a little bit, you know. It would stretch out my comfort zone a little bit more every single time. It was going really slow, but it just went a little bit better every single time. But it took really long, to be honest. And at a certain point, I didn't even make any progress anymore. And that is when I started to look up, all right, what do I have to do? And that's when I found out about the healing. So that's what I became obsessed with from that point. Basically, I did it every single day for more than an hour every day. It was shaking, breathwork sessions, journaling about it, all these things. I did that for like 1 year straight. And that's when I finally got rid of my panic attacks. And during that period, I felt so connected to myself because I couldn't go to the outside world. I only had me and my phone. I knew that my phone wasn't something that was good for me, so I tried to put it away as much as possible. That's what I learned before that. But I felt so connected to me that I finally could make a decision on what I wanted in life. That I could finally think about what do I want to do in my life. And that's when I figured out back then, because I just was so connected to me. And that's when I found out an obsession towards working towards my dream life, what I've envisioned here on this board back here. Like, so that's what I've been working for the past year on, basically. It was a pretty busy year with a lot of school, but in the free time that I had, I worked on that. And that is a really quick summary about my self-improvement journey. It went with ups and downs. It started with a really low point where I suffered from panic attacks. When I suffered from depression. But I improved it pretty fast with doing self-improvements. I improved myself a lot. Went to the gym, did all the good habits, improved my mental health, got better friends, all that kind of things. I got some money, started a business, everything was going well, went really high. And then it went down again because of the panic attacks. And that was the lowest point that I've reached in like forever. Probably the lowest point that I was in my life yet. And I, to be honest, didn't really see a way out at that moment. But because of some hard work, healing, trying to push myself, I got back and I'm up here. And I again have faced the next hit because my mom has cancer. She's dying, stage 4 lung cancer, which just isn't good. But if I look at my own self, I think I am the best version of me yet. So that's really good. And that's basically my story. If you like this video, if you want to know any more about my story, if you want me to talk about things specifically before the depression or the panic attacks or healing, I don't know, just let me know because I can tell you. But yeah, this is it for today. I see you guys in the next video. Later.